Welcome back to the third and final segment of the Loveland Report and Lone Ranger Show. I'm Cleve Loveland, Florida, Florida's best real estate planner, alongside Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger.
Me.
And we've been talking about when's the best time to adjust the price of your home, how to negotiate the best offer. Bruce has been talking about how rates are settling down. Call him. They keep coming down. He will let you know when is the right time to strike. And then I want to do a couple more listings, Bruce. And then I want to talk about getting people into their first investment property. And I've got I'm going to start these last segment. We did some high-end homes. This is average median price, $325,000, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, waterfront, 1,300 square foot house, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. I went to the seller. I said, do this, this, and this. And I tell a lot of sellers that, Bruce.
Do this, and this.
This guy did it. And I came back 3 weeks later.
It's done.
Painted, fresh flooring, everything done, decluttered. He got two pod units. He was a semi-pro hoarder almost, but 1,300 square feet, great house, waterfront on a cul-de-sac. And this is a newer subdivision on the east side of Sanford. And then we go to, you talk about affordable, Bruce. Now here's one. I love this community. Traditions in Winter Haven, gated, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, waterfront, 249,000, 1,300 square feet. 2-car side entry garage. You walk into this big open floor plan, big kitchen, eat-in kitchen. Everything's neutral colors, light tones throughout, and then a beautiful master that views the water. The back porch views the water. You walk out back, you got no rear neighbors. Just got a beautiful little pond there, and you're in a neighborhood with a great lakefront clubhouse, all the amenities, pickleball, fitness center, all that stuff. And then I go to the Springs in Longwood. This one's at 394,000, 1,800 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath. End unit. So Bruce, looking out the back of this house and the side, you don't see other homes. You feel like you're on a green belt, nice. But you don't have to take care of the yard. They do that for you.
Springs.
You're also a live guard there for that one. And then we go to Mount Dora. You tired of an HOA telling you what color your flowers need to be and to pull those weeds in the driveway? This 1 acre yard, there's no weeds, but you have no HOA. This is Greater Country Estates. This is probably one of the fastest segments left of empty land in Orange County, right on the Mount Dora, Orange County line. And this property here, 1 acre lots, 540,000, 2,400 square foot ranch, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, all renovated for 540,000. You can put your man cave out back, and just a great property with no homeowners association.
Is there any type of ability to have generational family? Are there any splits?
That's probably something you got to get with on this property. Possibly. I know you can. I've seen people with other garages on the property, so I assume you could have a guest house on that. I don't know what the rules are on that for 1 acre
that's a big
property.
House. We've got a client that's just struggling to get in, find the right house. I referred over to you. I know one of your agents are working with them, but they need almost multi-generational because they got the folks they're worried about. They have a disabled daughter that they need to have downstairs room, and it's been a real challenge. Maybe something like that might be a good idea.
Well, you probably add on the guest house and something like that, but we can find that out, Bruce, before you make an offer. We just call the county, find out if it's, then make it contingent on that, finding out exactly what you need to know on that, getting with a GC to check it. But all these things we can find out. What's funny, Bruce, is I'll see people come into a house, like an open house that my agents are doing, and I saw one the other day. They're measuring. Like, why are you measuring? Well, I got this big buffet in the dining room. Really? Where are you living now? Renting. How long have you been renting? Well, like 9 years. Okay. And I said, so when are you going to buy? Like, I've just never been able to find a place that fits this big buffet.
I'm only going to buy a place that'll fit my buffet.
I'm like, cut the buffet in half, put half in the kitchen and half in the dining room. It's like you will make more money. Get into something. If you don't like it,
oftentimes we see people get in their own way.
They do get in their own way a lot. That's why I got a job. But also what I want to say is getting your first investment property. Your first investment property is the one you live in. It's one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest investments you make.
It's the easiest way to get into an investment property, which is what we did. I started off, I didn't have a lot of money to buy houses. So I started off and I did an FHA loan on my first house. I did 5% down on every house I bought up until about 5 or 6 years ago. I was only doing primary residences till I built up a portfolio of real estate. We're here to help people learn how to develop wealth in real estate. It's not complicated. You can come to me. I do classes for first-time home buyers. I do regular home buyer classes. We teach you our leapfrog method, which is how you can accumulate multiple properties over a lifetime, have them all free and clear by the time you retire. What a wonderful way to supplement your income and create generational wealth for your family. When you create that many properties you can put them in a trust and it can become part of the family inheritance. It's a wonderful way to
retire. Even if you are towards retirement, I've helped several people sell the big McMansion.
Yep.
Downsize from the $800,000 and then buy a primary and one more rental.
Absolutely.
And give money to their financial planner. So,
and have tax write-offs.
All those things.
There's another thing that I found that I'm seeing that smart, savvy people are aware of, but sometimes other people aren't. And that is they want to put a lot of money down to keep a payment low. Now, if you're retired and you're living on a fixed income, that may make sense. However, if you're taking, say, I got a client right now wants to buy a $750,000 house and assume a VA mortgage that's $250,000. You're going to have to come out of pocket with $400,000 to buy that home. And he goes, yeah, I know. I'm like, do you have your money invested in the market? He goes, yes. I said, are you doing well? He goes, doing very well in the market. What are you getting? Say 15 to 20%. He's getting a return on investment. Then why do you want to pull that money out to assume a 2 3/4% fixed rate loan at 2 that's only owes $250,000 and pull $400,000 out of your account to put down on the house? Don't do it that way. So there's blinders that people have. And you think about that. You do the math. If you had $400,000 in the bank at 15% interest is $60,000 divided by 12. That's $5,000 a month that you're missing. And now you're taking on a mortgage that is saving you a little bit of money. You're probably going to go out and get a home equity line now to fill that gap and pay 9% on the home equity line.
The blended rate will be what a regular rate is, around 6%.
Makes sense, folks. Just put less money down. We can refinance when rates come down later. My name's Bruce Woodburn. I'm the loan arranger. 407-250-9144 or go to webringyouhome.com. There's ways to help you get into a home that's affordable for you. I've got a down payment assistance program that supplies solar panels, which I feel about
we haven't
solar
talked about
panels.
that. Go into that. Yeah.
So here, down payment assistance, you have to do, it's an FHA loan. It's got to be a primary residence. Get an FHA loan. I will get solar panels on your home and I will get you down payment assistance up to 5% of the purchase price. Okay. 5%. So you buy a $400,000 house, I can get you up to $20,000 in closing costs for down payment assistance. But here's the thing. You also get solar panels on the house. But the problem is
one loan, right?
Is solar panels have second mortgages on them. Not on mine.
Yep.
There's no loan for the solar panels. One loan, and that's your mortgage. The solar panels are added into the one FHA mortgage.
And the 3.5% is forgiven, right?
And the down payment assistance that I gave you is forgiven.
How many years? Down the line, go
60 days. It's done.
Really?
60 days, you have no penalty. You could turn around in a year and rent that where you get regular down payment assistance. You can never rent it without paying it back.
Right.
Bond, never rent it if you pay it back.
That's an awesome program.
You can't refinance it. So you can do all those things with it. It doesn't encumber you, and you get solar panels. And Cleve and I hate solar panels for the reason is that they always make a transaction more challenging. This eliminates that as an issue. Call me now, 407-250-9144, or we bring you.
If you need to reach me, I can get the deal done. If you've got solar panels to sell, there's some ways to do it and structure it. I can tell you how to do that. Call me 407-352-8118 or go to cleveloveland.com.
So here's why we don't care for solar panels. First of all, most solar panel companies are going to either get you into a lease or they're going to get you into a installment loan for the solar panels. Then they're going to put a lien on your property called a UCC lien.
Yep.
They'll tell you it's not a real lien, that it's only on the equipment, but it's a real lien, folks.
Yep.
You can't sell or refinance that house unless you get that loan subordinated. Now, they will tell you, because they're salespeople, that's no problem. We'll subordinate it. Big old wrong.
Yeah.
That is incorrect. And you'll have no recourse once you sign those papers. But I have challenges right now with clients that cannot refinance. They got a 7.5% rate, can't refinance because they got a solar panel lien. Solar panel company will not subordinate. I've had one with you, and I've had several others that I could get the client that wants to buy your home with solar panels approved, but the solar panel company wouldn't let the person assume the loan.
Yep.
They wouldn't do it.
Yep.
So then the seller's screwed. The buyer can't buy the house.
And those guys have been playing such a shell game. I've had some of those solar panel companies go out of business and their loans get bought.
I have that right now.
Yep.
I just closed on a gentleman right now. The solar panel went out of business. We had all kinds of work to do.
Well, that's what I love about your product. It's just that gets them the panels. Okay,
there
great.
Is no other lien.
No other lien, one mortgage. The down payment's forgiven. Here's the problem. Bruce, I remember when they used to be $25,000 to $35,000. Yes. Now most I'm seeing 40 to 50 now.
It's 60.
And you used to get like a $6,000 or $9,000 tax refund too.
Yeah.
Don't get that anymore either.
No.
So it just, the payback takes so long to get it back.
Don't buy solar panels and lease them. You'd be better off to put them on a credit card than you would to do that.
Yeah.
Don't do an installment loan.
Great idea. That's a great idea.
But if you want solar panels, because I'm not saying that solar panels don't help your energy. They do. So we're not against the whole green aspect.
Affects the liquidity of the home.
That's right.
Massively.
Very much. You are tying yourself down. Yep. My name's Bruce Woodburn. You want help with your transaction? I'm here to help you. You want a great mortgage? I'm a direct lender. I'm not brokering. We start with a soft credit pull. I have every loan program you can possibly think of. DSCRs for investors, bank statement loans for self-employed people, home equity lines, reverse mortgages, construction loans. I'll connect you with great builders. I got products for builders to put specs in the ground. I've got all kinds of products to help you. Don't think your bank's a better deal. Let's shop your bank online. I'll pull up Rocket Mortgage right in front of you and we'll look at their rates compared to mine. I am completely transparent. I promise you, if you come to me, you're going to love the experience. You're going to have, and that's why I do so much repeat business.
Last 2 minutes, Bruce, talk about new construction.
What do you mean? As far as what's builders?
Trinity? I mean,
I'm really working with Trinity right now. I find that I have less problems with them, but if you're buying new construction, we have several branches that have accounts with new construction. So if you get your loan pre-approved with me and you say, oh, I want to go to Lennar, I can still help you with the Lennar transaction. You want to go to DR Horton, I can help you there. You want to go to Pulte, I can help you there. Now, oftentimes they're going to try to get you to go to their own mortgage company. And that's their job to try to do that.
Yeah.
You want to stick with the loan arranger, I can help you with all that. But listen, there's some good deals with some builders out there right now. There really is. They're paying a lot toward closing costs.
The main thing with you is that as you will tell them, all right, they're giving you X. Trinity's going to give you X amount of dollars. Should we buy the rate down? Should we do a permanent buy down? Maybe a temporary buy down?
Absolutely. Or both.
Or both. And so things like that. And then also use this much because you've got this much cash in the bank and you don't want to bring X out. And you want to have, what's funny is, Bruce, most people get hit I think it's the first 7 months after people buy a home, the average spends $60,000. That's why it's such a bump to the economy when that's going on. So you got to watch that. You don't want to run your credit cards up and do all that once you move into the home. Have your closing costs paid. Call me at 407-352-8118, Cleve Loveland. I will help you make a real estate plan, figure out what's best for you and your family, and help you build your net worth.
Yes, he will. Most certainly will. And you can count on him. I trust him like my brother. He's like a brother. You can call the loan arranger, Bruce Woodburn, for any of your mortgage needs. I'm direct. I'm in your backyard, and I'm here to help. 407-250-9144, or go to WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com, or check out my YouTube page at Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger. Subscribe there. I've got a complete library of every loan program and systems that you're going to need to know about. So check out my website and my YouTube page. Have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us.